Welcome to my National Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to my National Podcast. It is Tuesday. Hope you guys been having an enjoyable weekend. Hope you guys were doing your thing. It's been a hot one. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's been hot out in this motherfucker, man. I got two fans running in the studio. I got all these fucking computers on and shit. It is a blaze outside. It's been 100 all week, and thank God for me. I still work like in an office / warehouse environment. So yeah, I got a little bit of AC, but like, bro, it's been a hot one out here, man. Hope you guys have been, staying cool, hydrated, all that good stuff. And I'm, glad that you're here for another week of episodes, man. I did want to make a quick announcement before we get into today's episode. Every Sunday, we're going to be live streaming the Sunday episodes a week before they actually come out. So follow us on Instagram if you want to see that, all right? So definitely get down there. Follow us on Instagram. And then Sunday around like noon to like 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we're going to try to go live and stuff like that. We'll be live for usually around like 2.5 hours. It's pretty much, we're going to be doing an episode like we normally do, reacting to videos, doing the scenarios, all that good stuff. And it's just kind of a cool way for you guys to interact with the show and interact with us and stuff like that. So definitely come out, hang out, see what's up, all that good stuff. Follow us on Instagram. And yeah, man. And if it gets pretty successful on Instagram, we might push it to other platforms. But for right now, we're just doing it on Instagram. Just because it's a little easier. We went viral on Instagram a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point. We just went viral on TikTok like maybe a couple weeks ago at this point. But I think it was the beginning of the month. So we're trying to like make the show a little more interactive, try to make the show a little more fun for you guys. But look, if you guys want to wait until Sunday to see the episode, that's totally fine with us too. All right, we're still gonna be uploading them that day. Nothing's going to change and whatnot, but if you want to get a part of the show and hang out with us and all that good stuff, Instagram is the place to do it. Follow us there. Every Sunday, we're going to be live around noon to like 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay? So I wanted to get that out of the way before we get into today's episode. Today's episode, we're just going to be, react to a bunch of videos and, giving our takes and all that good stuff, man. You guys keep... down in the comments and all that good stuff. I do appreciate seeing you guys' comments. I do appreciate when you guys do comment. Whether you're with me or you're against me, it doesn't matter. I'm not the type of person that if your comment is against me or you want to try to roast me or whatever, I'm not going to delete your comment. I'm going to let it be there. It is what it is, man. The name of the show is Am I the Asshole? You know what I mean? So it's my job to be the asshole, and then you decide if I'm an asshole or not. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Got to stay true to the brand. All right, but let me stop yapping, and I know you guys are like, shut the fuck up, man. God damn, get to the video. All right, this first video is a Uber ride video, and for me, I'm just like, motherfuckers just, we'll just play it. Here we go.
Nigga talking about don't cuss.
They're trying to take our right.
Then told me to stop talking on the phone.
You said we can't even like.
And I am so sick and tired of fucking men. Fuck. Now I'm about to keep cussing.
Okay, that's fine, Charles.
But make sure you
fuck. Touch your fucking face. I go fucker. You're a booty butter bastard. I go fucker.
It's crazy. We didn't do anything
disrespectful. Your attitude talking about you're gonna let us out of the side of the road. We're black women. You're a black king. You're supposed to protect us, but you're not.
Okay.
You're not.
Exactly.
Okay, so all I ask
you're supposed to protect black women. You just picked us up from the hospital.
This
exactly.
Is not anything about protecting or not protecting. You get in, you start cussing, and I say, ladies, please, language, please. And you say,
we're grown women. We're grown women.
There's no fucking timeout. Cancel the ride.
We're grown women. Okay. Make sure you, after you cancel, because I'm not going to pay. You're definitely not getting a tip.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Because you're not even in a Tesla. He's driving the wrong car, Uber.
That's fine.
He's driving the abscess Tesla.
Please exit the vehicle.
No problem. Ashay, I hope everything good finds you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Alright, that's pretty much the end of the interaction. I'm being honest with you. She was asking, was I overreacting in this situation? Yes! What the fuck? Huh?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
First off, you're in someone else's car. Okay? When you're in somebody else's car, it's like being in somebody else's house. You respect their rules, bro. You know, and if you're the type of person that gets into somebody's car and think you can just act any kind of way and do whatever you want to do, bro, that's fucking crazy to me. All right? That's absolutely fucking crazy to me that you're not going to respect this man's car. Like, for one, who cares if it's a Tesla or not? Who the fuck are you trying to impress? Like, bitch, you're taking an Uber. Like, shut up. All right, that's one thing. Two, you are in this man's car. You show him some respect. If he has rules for his car, you respect those rules, or you get out. You know, now I'm glad that you did, you know, end up leaving and didn't make this a whole hoopla and issue, but it's the simple fact that you thought you were in the right. Like, how the fuck could you think you're in the right by disrespecting somebody else in their own car? That's like me getting in my friend's car and I start touching the radio and he's like, hey man, don't touch the radio, please. You know, and I'm like, nigga, fuck you. I'm gonna touch the radio if I want to. And then I'm sitting there saying, was I overreacting? Because I touched the radio and he asked me not to touch the radio of his own car? Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, that's crazy to me. The fact that you're going to sit there and think that you're justified in that. Like, you're not, bro. You're not justified in that. And it's crazy to me that they would even, like, feel the need to film this interaction knowing they're in the wrong. Knowing they're in the wrong, bro. And that's, like, dude. It's crazy to me. I'm sorry to say it. But it's wild. It's wild. All right. Okay. I'm going to get into this one. Sorry, I got to turn the, what's the name on? All right.
We cheated on him.
We've been together for a year. I have not cheated on him at all. He's going to the military. You look like
Joe Goldberg.
Yes! Dude, your smile looks just like his.
He does not look like Joe Goldberg. What the fuck?
Oh, me too. What city?
The AV.
No, me too. No way.
You're lying.
No.
You don't look like you're from the AV. What's your favorite place to go?
Chipotle.
By which place?
It's on Franklin Street.
What's that word behind you?
Oh, that's my degree. I have a math degree. I did math.
Oh. So you're smart?
You're cute.
She flirting now.
Right?
Damn.
I'll take you on a nice date and stuff too. I got I got money.
Well, I don't care about that. Okay, what do you have other than Instagram?
A phone number.
Okay.
Alright, text me.
Okay, I'm gonna text you.
What was
I'm
your name?
Leah.
Okay, text me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. She folded quick, bruh. She folded quick. She said, I've got a boyfriend, but he's going to the military. And then he's like, oh, yeah. I do this and I go there. I got a master's degree. And she was just like, all right, cool. I'm about it. Bro. God dang it, man. Hey.
She belongs to the streets.
It just is what it is, man. Some of them belong to the streets, and you just gotta let them be there. I be feeling bad for military dudes, bro. I really do. Like, if you're a dude in the military, man, like, honestly, you shouldn't have a girl, man. I'm sorry to say it. You shouldn't have a girl if you're in the military, bro. If you're in the military, man, get you some coochie and let that be that. Don't get you a girl. I get it. A lot of dudes do it because they want to get married and they get bonuses and, you know, they'll be able to live off base and all this kind of stuff. I get it, bro. But I ain't going to lie to you, man. It's not worth it. Unless you have like an arrangement with this girl to be like, all right, cool. You know, what we're going to do is like, you know, this is a lavender marriage. We ain't really married like that. You do you, I'm going to do me. I'm going to collect this check and we going to be straight. You know what I mean? If you remember that movie Purple Hearts, I think it was, where a girl, she got into a lavender marriage with a dude in the military because she wanted his benefits and he wanted to be able to get a bonus check and all that stuff like that. And then they end up falling in love and shit like that. But, you know, it's that concept, you know what I mean? But it's just like, bro, niggas in the military, bro, y'all are cooked, bro. Y'all are so cooked. This man is laying his life down for the country and she over here laying down for another man. Ooh, shit. Bars. He is laying down his life for the country while she is laying down for another man. God damn, bro. God damn. All right. Here, let's get into this next one real quick. Like, let me make sure the sound is on.
I swear to God, you saw the police, you're gonna die. On every but I swear to God, I will not stop till I find you. I know the fuck you live at, bro. And I swear to God, I ain't gonna say too much because the police watch and listen. You think that shit get? You think they supposed to kill you now? Because you actually called the police on the game with my fucking name now. Now they on my ass. Like they called my probation officer who walked the bang, this and that. So basically, no matter what, I'm going back to jail. So at this point, I might as well kill you. Do what I gotta kill. I'm gonna fuck.
Nigga, I might as well. What? Oh, Lord, bro. Oh, my God. See, man, look, I don't want to sit here and, like, blame women. I don't want to do that. He was in the wrong. He is horrible. Fucking piece of shit. 1,000%. But at the same time, I am not going to take the accountability away from her, bro. I'm not. I'm sorry to say, bro, you want to fuck with these like over emotional ass niggas because, you know, they're the bad boy and they give you, you know, all the high emotions and this and that. You want to deal with you want a fixer upper guy and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And bro, it's like, this is the bullshit you deal with, you know, the bad boys and all this other crap. Like, bro, this is what you're dealing with, man. It's like a lot of you women need to get you just a nice, quiet dude. You know what I mean? He ain't really doing all that bullshit. He ain't really all out like that. But I get it. Women want the exciting guy. They want the guy that makes them feel something until he cracks, until he gets crazy on you. You know, and then you guys are wondering, oh my God, why did this happen? What is going on? And it's just like, dude, he's always been that way. It's just for some crazy reason, you thought it was okay. You thought you weren't going to be the one that would happen to. Oh, yeah, he was crazy with his exes and stuff like that, but he won't do that to me. He won't do that to me. And it's like, dude. And she even captioned it, this is why I'm going to be more picky on who I talk to. And it's like, yes, because you chose wrong on this one. You did. You chose wrong on this one. And I guarantee you, she looking at it like, damn, there was a guy that, you know, talked to me or like he had hit me up or whatever, and he was such a good guy, and I turned him down for this fucking dude, man, for this guy. And then on top of that, it's like, guys, don't be this. Practice stoicism, please. Practice stoicism. Do not sit there and you know, be vulnerable and be in your emotions. Nah, bro. None of that shit. The reason being is because when men are in their emotions, men then tend to lash out into violence. That is the reason why stoicism is a thing. A lot of women think that stoicism is a bad thing. No. Stoicism is a mechanism men use to regulate their emotions, deal with things without lashing out in violence, and then being able to approach them in a healthier way. Why? Because we're not being reactive. You know what I mean? We're not being reactive to everything. We're being proactive. And that's the difference. That's why I tell women all the time, I'm like, you want a stoic man. And they're like, no, I don't, because stoic men, they won't tell me their problems and they won't this and that. And I'm like, the reason you don't want the reason you do want a stoic man is because when situations arise and when things happen and when things don't go his way or whatever thing comes out, he's going to take the time to relax and kind of process things in his mind and realize, okay, I don't like the way this makes me fucking feel. It pisses me off. I don't like it. I hate it. But I'm going to take the time to logically think things out. And then I'm going to come back. you know, and a lot of women take this as like, oh, he's being closed off and he doesn't want to talk to me and he's being this and that, blah, blah. And it's like, give him a moment. Give him a minute. Give him a minute. You know, give him like an hour, then come back and revisit the conversation. I guarantee you it's going to go over so differently. But what a lot of women do is they think, oh, he's shutting me out. He doesn't want to talk to me anymore, so never mind. And so then he looks at it like, oh, I guess she doesn't want to talk about this anymore. Like, I'm ready to talk about it because now I've kind of gotten out of my emotional, got into my logic, and now I'm being collective. You know, I'm being proactive, not reactive. But they look at their woman and they're like, oh, I guess she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Why? Because you're acting frustrated and, oh, I guess he doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Oh, he doesn't want to open up to me. He doesn't want to share. And it's just like, no, ladies, be in the mindset of if you have a stoic guy where you guys are talking about something highly emotional, you're talking about something that kind of really, you know, wrestles his Jimmy and stuff like that, and he kind of goes quiet and he's not really like giving you an answer just yet, come back, give him like 30 minutes, give him 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and then come back and revisit the conversation. Hey, do you want to, you know, continue that conversation? And I guarantee he'll be like, yeah, I do want to continue the conversation. Like, I thought about it and, you know, like such and such and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know, and he's able to talk to you not in such a reactive way. But see, there's guys like this who you are the more like emotional guys. You know, they're the guys that show all this kind of emotion and their emotions are extremely high, you know, and they have extreme highs and they have extreme lows, and women like that because they're so erratic like them. And it's like, you don't want that because you're erratic. You're the erratic one. Your emotions are high and they're low and they're crazy and this and that. Why? Because your periods and hormones and all these kind of things that make your emotions like that. So you need a man to kind of counteract that. You know, because you being the reactive one, you need a man to then be the proactive one. And that'll allow you to then put yourself in a position where he can apply stoicism and allow the logic to kind of come into the conversation instead of you both just being reactive and then it lashes out like this. Again, I'm not saying that this dude was justified or anything. No, he's a piece of shit, man. But it goes to show you that I say you want a stoic man, not a reactive man. And that I think what a lot of women do is they like these loud, reactive guys, you know, where they're the life of the party and they're like, oh, yeah, oh, and they're just loud dudes craving attention all the time. And see, girls look at that and they're like, wow, that's so attractive. Like, you know, everybody wants to be around him because he's loud and the life of the party. Like, I like that guy. I want that guy. You know what I mean? You get with that guy. He's an alcoholic. He's a druggie. You know, he's always getting in fights. He's always doing stupid shit. You know, he's doing drugs. Dude, the amount of women either that have hit me up on the show or in person or anything like that have told me like, wow, you know, I used to date very like loud and out there kind of guys, and they always had some kind of addiction. They always had some kind of high emotional problem or issue and stuff like that. And that's why you don't want those guys. You want a stoic guy. You want a guy that's able to kind of look and observe and, you know what I mean, be present. Like, people enjoy his presence without him being all like that. He doesn't have to be loud and abrasive and all this kind of stuff for people to want to be in his presence. The reason why those guys are loud and abrasive and all that kind of stuff, why? Because nobody gives a fuck about their presence. You know what I mean? When they leave those situations, nobody's sitting there like, dang, man, you know, I wish Greg was here. Not really. And if they do say that, well, it's a lot of times because they want to, I don't want to say laugh at him, but they kind of just want him to be the guinea pig to go and do shit. You know what I mean? While they're just kind of chilling and whatnot. And it's not to say you can't have a good time or have fun or anything like that. But it's just like these guys who are very just outwardly loud and over dramatic and shit like that. Those are the guys you want to stay away from. You really don't want to be in that situation because, again, if you're in that situation, it's only gonna backfire on you. Why? Because a lot of those guys are on drugs. They're alcoholics. They beat on women. You know, they're overly emotional. They're just too much. They're just fucking too much. All right. All right. We're going to get into this video right here. Let me make sure the sound is on.
I've decided to move into another direction.
That's how you feel. Gotta respect it.
That nigga drunk nothing out that water bottle.
I'm gonna respect it.
You seem like
You said your one-liner. If that's all you have to say, let's hug and let's just let it go. You ain't trying to fight for nothing.
You seem like you've already made your
It
decision.
ain't about me already making a decision. You don't have a rebuttal
You
for nothing
seem
that I'm
like you've already
saying.
made your decision.
I wanted you to say something.
I'm
and you're not
listening
saying
to you speak.
It's not time to listen. It's time to talk. All of the things you say, you want to be there. You're here for me. You're all about the future and everything. You didn't even fight for a second.
Because I don't want to fight with my girl. Like, bro, I don't want to fight with my girl. Why do women think that fighting in a relationship is good? No, it's not. Men don't want to fight you. All men want to do is build, love, respect, and be by the side of their woman. They don't want to fight you. They don't want to handle you. They don't want to deal with you. They don't want to do all this, bruh. They don't. And the thing is, you know, the women that get this, a lot of times I've noticed, are married. You know what I mean? They fucking get this. A lot of married women get this because they look at it like, I got him by being the type of person that didn't start fights all the time. Yeah, we had fights. Yeah, we had disagreements and arguments. Sure. Every relationship's going to have them. But I wasn't like trying to initiate an argument all the time. Instead, I initiated a conversation. And for him, he looked at it like, all right, hey, if that's how you're feeling, that's how you're feeling. Like, I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong. You're a grown-ass woman. I ain't going to sit here and tell you you're wrong. I'm going to respect what it is that you want. Like, if you're telling me you don't want me no more, why am I going to fight for something that doesn't want to be mine? Yeah, why? Why am I going to fight you? I want to love you. You're telling me you don't want to love me no more. I'm going to take you at your word. You know what I mean? And you know, it goes back to what I say all the time on the show. Don't believe what a woman says, believe what she does. Because again, it's like, dude, she was following him out the door. And it's like, bro, you're following me out the door. Like, why are you saying one thing, but then meaning another? Say what you mean. And I always say this. Women look for men who are great communicators because women are terrible communicators themselves. And there's no situation on planet Earth where you're going to convince me that women are better communicators, because they're not. And it's the reason why women are looking for that in men, because they don't know how to communicate. They don't. And the thing is the reason they don't know how to communicate is because women communicate through body language and not through words. Men communicate through words. Women communicate through body language. That's why when you see a group of women together and they're talking about something, and you will notice, like, the women that don't agree, they're not going to say that they disagree. They'll say that they agree, but their body language is going to say something completely different. Example, say a girl, is just like, oh my God, guys, I don't know what to do. Like, my boyfriend hit me yesterday. They're like, what, girl? Why? Oh my God, why? Oh, he saw that I was talking to Jacob again and this and that. And you're going to see some of the girls kind of recoil like, what the fuck? Like, girl, you was in the wrong. Like, he's wrong for hitting you, but girl, you was kind of in the wrong for that. But they're going to kind of like, oh, like, what the fuck? Why? Because in their logical mind, they're just kind of like, oh shit. Like, boy, I kind of understand, but at the same time, like, and that's what I mean. Obviously, I'm using an extreme example. Okay, I'm using an extreme example, obviously. But again, you're gonna see, like, a lot of times they disagree with something. They're not necessarily going to be. They're not going to say it. Their body language will kind of say it. Or even when they go out with their friends and stuff like that, and, say the fat girl is just like, wearing a dress that just don't really fit her. They're going to be like, maybe you should try something different. Maybe you should kind of like try a little different something that, like, accentuates your beauty a little more. They're going to do that type of bullshit. And that's not communicating effectively. When guys go out, we're just like, bro, change that shirt. That looks fucking ridiculous. What are you doing, bro? That looks terrible on you. Go fucking change your shirt, dude. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. That's the difference. It's like, I'm telling you straight up. That's where girls will kind of like obfuscate on it. And even when it's something like really, really bad, and say they kind of like feel that of like, ah, bitch, you know, like you over here cheating on your man. Like, no wonder he, you know, is kind of hitting on you. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, bitch, I would hit you too if you were cheating. You know, like, and again, I'm using an extreme example. I know people are going to sit there, oh, well, it's never okay to hit a woman. And it's like, I get that. But there are some times where women will kind of like emotionally act and feel like, ah, bitch, like, nigga, you cheating on them. Like, of course, like, you know, they'll feel that's like justified in the moment. But obviously I'm using an extreme example and then, you know, a less extreme example when it comes to the clothing. And so, but that's what I mean though. It still rings true no matter what. And so that's why I say it's like women are terrible at communicating. Instead of just saying exactly what they mean, they're going to like obfuscate and try to test you and this and that. And it's like, guys don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want to have to fight you. We don't want to have to, you know, fight for you. No, bro. It's like, I want to build, I want to love, I want to be there and support you. And if you're deciding that you don't want to be with me anymore, well, that goes with me supporting you. I'm supporting what you want to do. You're a grown-ass woman. I ain't going to sit here and tell you where you got to be in this. And nah, bro, you either choose to be here or you don't. You know what I mean? That's a relationship. A relationship is you choosing to be there every single day. That's just what it comes down to. And if you don't choose to be with me, that's cool. That's cool. You know, and that goes exactly to what I was saying about the stoicism. This is a stoic man. A stoic man is not going to lash out and get crazy on you and break your car windows and do all this stuff. He didn't do any of that. He said, you know what? Hey, and this is the type of man that you should be with. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I guarantee you when that nigga was walking out, she was like, oh, wait, hold up. You know, she was like, wait, where you going, nigga? Hold up. Like, hold on. I don't want you to go, because she know what she losing. You know, she know what the fuck she losing. Like, bruh, get up out of here. You know, she knew she was losing a good man. She fucking knew she was losing a good man. Like, there is no way in hell that she thought, like, that's crazy work. All right. You guys let me know what you think about those videos in the comments. We're going to get on to our next one. All right. Let me turn the sound on. I keep forgetting to turn the sound on, man. All right.
You really going to invite your, bro, you really going to invite your ex to the wedding? You really going to invite your ex to the wedding? Man, I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. I'm not trying to hear.
Like, we got so many people here. Don't do this to me.
How am I messing up your big day? You invited your ex to the wedding, man. I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear none of that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. You invited your ex to the wedding. That's crazy.
We're just friends now.
How y'all just friends? Why is he at our wedding?
You're worried about somebody from college. We're married. Like, this is our
We're not married. Matter of fact, here, you can take this ring back.
We're not married. Matter of fact, take this ring back.
On my soul, it's over with. It's over with. That's crazy. It's over with, bro. It's over with.
Yeah, facts. It's over with. There is no conversation or saving that. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? You know what I mean? I know, because I know and he knows. All right? I already know he knows. Okay? He knows that his girl was getting fucked by the ex at the bachelor party. I already know it. And he already know it. Because look, bro, it's one of those things where it's like, men, not just men do this, where they look at it like, dang, you know, this is your last moment of being single, or your last day of having freedom, and you know what I mean? There's that trope, and that goes for both men and women, and so it kind of pushes them to do some stupid shit. And I guarantee you, for her, she looked at it like, dang, this is my last moment of being single. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, I'm gonna call up that ex that just really was laying down pipe, and, you know, I'm gonna just get me one more good little, you know, Rogering up in there. And he knows that. He knows. Why the fuck would this nigga be here? Why would he be here? Why would he even know that you're getting married? Okay? Why would he know that you're getting married? Why would your ex know? Like, if I was getting married, or back when, you know, I was going to get married and I had ex-fiance and stuff like that, my exes didn't know that shit. They didn't know I was getting married. They didn't know I had a fiance. They didn't know any of that shit. Why? Because they don't need to. And the fact that she felt the need for her ex to know that she was getting married tells me, and it tells him, that she went ahead and was just like, all right, at this bachelor party, this is my last, hoorah of being single, or my last, day of freedom, whatever you want to call it. And she smashed him. 1,000%. 1,000%. You clearly, you wanted your one last with him, and you did it. You got it. And I guarantee that's what happened. Guarantee it. And I guarantee he knows it too. He's just like, bro, then I'm not, no, because that's what's going through his mind right now. And where she's like, oh, we can talk about this, and oh, we're going to get married, and all he can think about is his girl getting fucked by the ex at the bachelor party, and bachelorette party. And you didn't tell me. You were going to let me marry you. You were going to let me marry you knowing you did some fuck shit. Because I'm telling you, man, and look, I get it. Some people are going to be like, oh, but that's not what he did in the video. That wasn't that in the video. I know you retards are going to be in the comments. I already know it. But the thing is, dude, if you're looking at this logically, why would her ex be at the wedding? If he wasn't previously involved, why does he know about the wedding? Why does he know about this? I guarantee you, her and her ex, they weren't friends as these two were together, because he clearly has a problem with the ex being around in general. So I guarantee you, it wasn't up until the bachelorette party she hit that nigga up, and something happened. Yeah, and like I said, I wouldn't put it past it, because that's a big thing amongst men and women. I'm not saying this is just women. Men and women do this. Oh, bro, it's your last day, being single. It's your last day of freedom. It's your last day of this and that. Whatever you want to say it, this happens on both men and women's side. So to sit there and think that she didn't do that, good luck. All right? It's going to be rough for you, my guy, because I'm telling you now, I guarantee you, that's what's been going on. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, let's check out this next one. Hit the sound.
Well, you really told this nigga, no, fuck that shit. You really told this nigga about my fucking housing, bitch.
Don't do that shit now. Don't do that.
No, Shaniqua really just told this fucking nigga about my housing, and he's sitting up here mad.
What you mean?
He's mad in real life. Like, it's not that fucking serious.
I've been paying you 3 G's. 3 G's a month for rent. Your ass, come on, man. You been paying me, bro.
So what? Like, I needed this. The rent is not the only thing that I gotta pay. Fuck is you talking about? I don't have to get a job. Like, you all up in my shit. You be coming up in my fucking house, so why can't? How are you mad, bro?
On the first of the month, you on low income. That shit broke as hell, man. I can't believe, man.
So he's mad because he's been paying me rent, and here I got other bills. He acting like rent is the only motherfucking thing I gotta pay. Like, it's not that. And bitch, I'm beating your ass. Bitch, when I catch you, I'm whipping your ass too. Cause why would you tell him? Why would you tell him? Look how he is. He's really mad. Get the fuck out my face. He's really mad though. I'm not giving you shit back. I pay rent with it.
What the fuck? Oh, man. This nigga was paying her $3,000. I guarantee you her rent wasn't even $3,000. I guarantee you. This nigga was giving her $3,000 a month. A month. For what? For what, bro? Oh. For what? Like, what? You were paying her $3,000 for some coochie? You know what I mean? Like, what was you at least hitting? Because, nigga, if you wasn't hitting, come on, man. You got some problems. But I mean, if you were hitting, then maybe. But it's just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Man, I don't know why. This whole simp economy is pissing me off, dude. It really is, man. Niggas are just willing to pay girls for nothing. Nothing. Look, I get it. It said something like he was paying her $3,000 a month while he was living with his girlfriend. And so I'm assuming that he had a girlfriend, and then this was like a side bitch that I guess he was paying to have sex with. Is what I'm assuming. And then she had found out. Yeah, something happened. I don't know exactly. All I know for sure is the fact that he was paying her $3,000 a month, and I guess she played him out of $3,000. Yeah, she played that nigga out of $3,000, and then so again, I'm like trying to piece it together because it says that he paid her, the girl in the video, $3,000 a month in rent while living with his girlfriend, only to recently discover she has a $100 housing voucher. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a housing voucher is. I don't know what that is. Like, was it a thing where you were paying her $3,000 a month and then you realized her rent was cheaper? Or did you realize that, you know, she was getting, because he did say something about like, oh yeah, you live in Section 8 housing or whatever. So there's that too. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little confused on the details. The details weren't really like clear on that. But I mean, if I'm being real with you, it's kind of like crazy to me. Yeah. Even people in the comments are like, I missed the message. Like, I don't. Oh. I think what it was is she said my rent is $3,000. He was paying her that. Her rent wasn't $3,000, and so then he feels played. I think that's what it is. I think that's what's going on. Is he was saying, "Hey, my rent is $3,000." He was paying her $3,000. Her rent wasn't $3,000, and then she's over here saying, "I don't only have rent." And that nigga's just like, "Bro, I'm giving you over the amount of your rent." So I'm giving you over the amount of your rent. Then you have money for other shit. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? I don't know if there's a baby mama situation or what, but it's just like, I wouldn't have been paying this bitch anything, is my point. My point is, regardless of what the situation is in this video, I wouldn't be paying her jack shit. All right? If a girl is asking you to pay for her life or lifestyle or whatever it may be, just to fuck with her, bro, you need to be like Goku and get the fuck up out of there, because ain't nothing good gonna come from you paying a girl. It's not. There's nothing good that's gonna come out unless you're paying her for sex and you're paying her to leave type shit. Sure, do your thing. But if you're paying to fuck with a girl, like hang out with her, go on dates with her and all this kind of stuff, and you're like, yeah, I pay her rent and this and that, and we go on dates and have sex and it's just like, bro, like, that's just a prostitute with extra steps, nigga. Like, what are we doing here? And then the fact that you want to crash out and be all this, bro, just cut her off and leave. You know what I mean? Just cut her off and leave. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here, man? Like I said, whatever is going on in this video, simply just don't stop paying bitches for shit, man. I don't know why y'all niggas like love to just throw money at women and whatnot. It's not working. It ain't working, bro. Oh, okay. I've seen this video before, and I didn't want to talk about this. All right, here, hold on.
You done, friend? You done? Drinks done? Everything done?
I had a good time.
Yes. So, babe, like, you gonna pay for the bill for us? You gonna
pay for the bill for us? She can't like her man.
Pay for the bill? We got all this food, all these drinks. I think we're ready to go. You gonna pay?
I'm paying?
Yes. I thought
we gotta see how much. We gotta see how much the bill is first.
We gotta see how much the bill is. Why do that matter? Are you gonna like? I thought this was a nigga with money. Yeah.
Where you hear that from?
So you don't have no money right now?
You telling motherfuckers I got money?
If that.
Bro. Why do dudes put themselves in this predicament? I really don't get, why do dudes put themselves in this? Now look, I understand when guys like say they go on a date with a girl and it's just him and her and she orders a fuck ton of food and the bill's really high. Okay, I understand being in that situation. Why? Because you got blindsided. But what I don't understand is why dudes will go out on a date with a girl and she brought her friend and they don't just leave immediately. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Like if I was planning to go out on a date with a girl, right? And I met up with her and I'm like, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. And she's like, oh, this is my friend. And I'm like, all right, well, you and your friend go have fun. I'm going home. Because you're not about to catch me in a situation where I'm sitting at the table and there's a bill of over $200-300 and y'all looking at me like, you gonna pay for this? You know, and then I gotta look crazy. No, that's not gonna happen. No, thank you. Nope. You are not catching me like that. No, thank you. Your ordinary Pokeballs ain't gonna catch me. I'm just gonna see that friend and be like, well, you and your friend go have a good time. I'm leaving. You know what I mean? End the conversation. It's done. Go ahead. Yell brokey all you want. Yell this, that. Well, go ahead, bro. But I agreed to spend time with you. I agreed for this date to be me and you. I didn't agree to have your friend with you. I didn't agree to that. I agreed for you and me to go out. Again, I understand when, a dude go out on a date with a girl and it's just him and her and he orders a fuck ton of food and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can understand that situation. You get blindsided. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why the hell did this happen? I understand that. You can, I could see myself getting caught in that situation just because I wouldn't know. You don't know until the end. And a lot of times if I saw her ordering just a fuck ton of shit, I would have been like, I'm not paying for anything extra. I would have told her right then and there, like, hey, her entree, my entree, and the drinks is all I'm paying for. Anything she orders past that, bro, no thanks. If we order an appetizer together, I'll pay for that too. Yeah, I'll pay for any appetizer we order together. Her food, my food, drinks, and I'm talking first round. Okay, if you get a mixed drink or whatever, and you start ordering extra mixed drinks, hey, every mixed drink after that you're paying for. The fuck are we talking about? Like, bro, a lot of guys need to fucking put their foot down, bro. They really do. They really do, man. They need to like put their foot down with stuff like this. It's crazy to me. I don't know what they expect or what they think. Because it's like these kind of videos are out all the time. Like why don't you think that, like that could be you? You think, oh yeah, I met this girl and she's with her friend. They're not going to make me pay for both of them. Nah, couldn't be me. And then it turns out to be you. Like, come on, man. Come on, bruh. Like, what are we doing? Like, what, you thought that wasn't going to be you? Like, bro, I would think it would be me. If I saw that shit, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that would be me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, I would immediately think that was me. I'd be like, oh, yeah, no, you ain't catching me on that. Nope. Like, bruh. That is some crazy shit. Crazy. Alright. Let me see here. Oh, man. Alright, hold on. Let me get the sound. Sorry, I was trying to find the right video.
Hey, hold on. I'm talking to the lady, bro. Wait a minute. Oh, this is go? You sure?
Yes, please.
This guy?
Yes, please.
All right, baby. If you say so, man.
Oh! No!
See you later. I'm with my man right now. No. I'm with my man right now.
Crazy, bro. I don't know why he's still there. I don't know why you still there. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if she's like, oh, I'm with my man. Oh, nah. Because that second guy, you know that second guy. You know that second guy. The second dude that she hugged, bro, she knows him. I don't know about the first guy. Okay, because we didn't really see their interaction before that. We just kind of saw her hugging him and then talking to him. And the way he was talking, was mad disrespectful. You know what I mean? And look, my thing, I wouldn't ever say like, oh yeah, you should have been like, hey, no, fuck you, dude, that's my girl, blah, 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 blah. Like, nah, I would have just been like, hey, you know what, dog? You got that. You got that, bro. That's all you, my guy. You got that. And I would have just walked away. I'd have left. And, she's like, oh, but you're my ride. Okay, nah, he's your ride now. I'd have been like, hey, homie, you got a car? Okay, cool. Give her a ride. And she's not coming back to my house. No. You can bring her back to my place to come get her shit. And then she can go back to your crib, bro. She's yours now. She's yours. Because I'm not going to sit here and fight for the village hoe. That's crazy, bruh. That's crazy. You bitch out here walking around and all these niggas know her like that? Nah. This is a quintessential example of when guys say that a woman's past matters. Because the thing is if I walk into a room and all these dudes, have fucked with my girl and all that kind of stuff, bro, they feel like they have some stake to my girl. They feel like they have some claim over my girl. And nobody wants that. That's why a guy would rather date a girl who nobody knows. She ain't on the internet like that. She ain't doing none of that shit. Because when his girl walks around, everybody knows her as that's his girl. They don't know it as like, oh yeah, that was Dante and, Quantavious, was fucking with her a little bit and now she with this nigga, man. That's crazy work. And then Dante come around talking about, hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? It's been good. It's good to see you again. Hugging up on your girl, feeling on her booty and shit. And then you got Quantavious over here. Oh, hey, baby, where you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. Damn. Still looking fine as fuck out there. And you out here looking stupid with your lips stuck out. Bro, the fact that he was still walking with her is I would have just, after the first guy, I'd have been like, oh yeah, all right, hey, you know what? That's you, bro. That's all you. Go ahead, man. That's all you. You do your thing, man. Go home, bro. And because a lot of dudes cuck themselves like this. You know what I mean? The cuckoldry is insane. I'm telling you, bro, the cuckoldry in today's society is insane. I feel like a lot of guys look at it like, I'd rather cuck myself than lose the girl that is cucking me. Because a lot of guys don't think that they're being cucked. A lot of guys think that, oh no, she's got to be fucking him in order for me to be a cuck. No. She just has to give away her sexuality and give away like her being, you know what I mean? The fact that she hugging up all on these guys and, entertaining all these guys in the way that she is and giving them all the attention that she is. Oh yeah, she's not for you, bro. No. This is a quintessential example, like I said, of, for one, a girl's past matters. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to be that dude where you walk into a room and every nigga's had your girl. And then two, you don't want to be that dude where you're just like letting your girl do whatever the fuck she want to do. And it's one of those things where it's like, that's not your girl. It's just your turn. That's what it is. That's not your girl. It's just your turn. I'm noticing it so much more, especially this year. I've noticed it in 2026 more than I've noticed it in any other year that I've done the podcast. And I've been doing the show since 2023. For all you like new people out there, I've been doing the show since 2023. And so since I've been doing the show since 2023, there was a couple, cuckold situations and shit like that, but never this many. Every Sunday episode, it seems like I'm doing a cuckold episode. Every time I'm reacting to videos and stuff like that, on the Tuesday episodes now, cuckold. It's just like, bro. So many guys look at it like, no, it's fine. I don't mind if, my girl is, getting touched and feeled on by another guy. Like, no, it's okay if she's, getting stopped and niggas are, wrapping their hands around her neck and shit like that. Like, bruh, I'm sorry to say, but if you're that guy, hey, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked and you're just allowing yourself to be a cuck. You really are. And you're not even realizing it. You don't even think that you're a cuck. You don't even think it. You're just like, no. They're not having sex, man. They're not hooking up. They're not doing this, doing that. You don't know that. Because I guarantee you some nefarious shit is going down in the background. Look, take my words with a grain of salt. I ain't nobody. Look, I'm not one of these like fucking love gurus and relationship advice niggas. I'm none of that shit. I am only telling you what has already been tested and proven. okay, through the mystery method, through the Rational Male, through guys like Rollo Tomasity and Michael Surtain, and through guys like Dan Bilzerian and fucking Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, and through guys like, you know, Myron Gaines and all them. Like, I'm only giving you information that these guys have already tested and proven. I'm just a mouthpiece. That's all I'm doing. Every concept that I just used for this to describe this video is already a tried, true, tested theology and mindset. You know, call it red pill, call it this and that, whatever you want to call it. I hate really putting labels to shit because it's stupid. It's like, bro, the truth is the truth. You know what I mean? You can label the truth however you want to label it, but it doesn't change the fact that it's the truth. You know what I mean? Doesn't change the fact that it's the truth. Doesn't change the fact that we have it on a video of him getting cucked by 3 guys. And that was just the line to get into the fucking club. Like, bro, come on, man. You know, motherfuckers try to fight me all the time about that. And I'm just like, dude, I'm not saying anything that hasn't already been said, tested, and proven. You know, fight me all you want. But sorry, dude. This has already been tested and proven. You're wrong just about the basis of that. Like, sorry to say it, dude. But yeah, homeboy cucked himself big time. Again, dude, if your girl is doing some shit like that, walk away from her, man. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Oh, there's a video I wanted to go over. I think it's on my TikTok. My TikTok, you don't stop. No, it wasn't on my TikTok. It was on my Instagram. It was on my Instagram. Let me see. Give me one moment. Because I wanted to go over this because the lady got backlash for this video. I didn't think she deserved the backlash that she got. And I kind of wanted to talk about it. All right. Here it is right here. All right. We're gonna play this really quick. Sound.
Is this your brand?
Yes.
What's your name?
Paige.
What I'd rather do, so I don't take this hat from you and wait. See, I'm an entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
I would take this hat and I would sit it somewhere. I'll throw it in the back of my trunk. It might get lost in the sauce. I don't want to do that. What I'm going to do is take your social media, take your Instagram, and I'll buy one. And
Okay.
you can give this to somebody or sell it and make your money. Because I don't want to. I hate giving people free stuff and now it's
Right.
on the flow. So I don't want to do that. You keep this, give me your social media platforms, and let me buy a hat right now.
Okay. I got
Let me see my
hat means that I am wealthy of worth and that I want everyone to be too.
Got that. How old are you?
12.
God bless you. Who you here
Thank
with?
you.
Your mom, your dad, your
I'm here with both my parents, but this is my dad right here.
Amazing. Type in the website and I'll buy a hat. And you keep those 2 on you. Remember that when you're giving people free stuff. You remember that. Don't you know, you gotta be honest. I ain't taking baby girl's hat and now it's on the floor in the lobby. Like, we ain't gonna waste that inventory. That costs money. So what I'm gonna do is purchase a hat and I'll support your brand.
Okay. So, a lot of people were saying that she was in the wrong for that. Personally, I think she was spitting game to that little girl. She was spitting game to that little girl. And the reason I feel she was spitting game to that little girl is because you got to understand that she looks at this little girl like, you know what? I don't want her to be getting used and like peddled by people who are in the game and, you know what I mean, who just have bad intentions. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just trying to take from her. The best thing that she told her was, don't give out free stuff. Make it to where I'm going to want to buy it from you. You know what I mean? Where we exchange following each other. Like that, the fact that somebody is as famous as B.Simone following this girl and her brand, that goes to show that does way more. Why? Because people who are supportive of B.Simone, they look at these people's followings and who they're following, and you know, because a lot of these women are trendsetters. A lot of these women understand the trends of fashion, of, you know, I don't want to say weight loss, but sometimes it is weight loss. But just like lifestyle things, stuff like that. They follow these trends. And what it is they'll go on their social medias and they'll be like, hey, you know, like I just bought this hat. It's really cute. It's from this place. And, you know, there was this girl that came up to me, blah, blah. It's a story that she can tell. And then what people are going to do is they're going to watch that video and they're going to be like, dang, if B.Simone likes this, then I want to check it out. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to go to her website and I'm going to see what's up. They may not buy a hat, but they might buy a shirt. They may not buy a shirt, but they might buy, I don't know, a mug, or they might buy a whatever else she's got going on. And just having that level of influence and being able to have somebody of that influence support your brand is way more than if you just gave them something for free. Reason being is, if she would have gave B.Simone that hat, she would have been like, oh, thank you, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. Now, in the video, she asked her, what does this stand for? And she said something like it was like beautiful excellence or whatever the case may be. I'm sorry, I didn't remember it verbatim, but she told her what it was about, what her brand was about. If B.Simone would have just took the hat and not asked her what this brand was about, she wouldn't know what this brand's about. She wouldn't know what this brand is. It would say like BMT or some shit on it, and she would just be like, bro, this is another hat with just a fucking BMT on it. You know what I mean? But since I want to do right by this girl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, all right, what is your brand about? And then instead of what your brand is, or when you tell me what your brand is about, then I want to go buy a hat. And the reason I want to do that is because when I tell my followers to go check you out, I know what your brand is about. I know what your brand stands for. And just showing my support, people who support me will then support you. Just off of the back of my fame and my support. You know, I guarantee you this did more good for that little girl than it did bad. All right. I guarantee that little girl kind of walked away from that thinking like, okay, you know, instead of going the approach of just trying to give out free shit, I should maybe more market it, use the inventory in my hand to market my brand, and then get people to collab on this brand. You know what I mean? Again, if you just give somebody something free, they're going to be like, all right, yeah, this is cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. You know, have you ever been to like festivals, right? You've been to like a festival and you know, there's all these booths, right? There's all these different booths, and whether it's a food festival, a music festival, it doesn't matter. It's a festival and you're walking around, you see all these tents and booths, and then you see a guy and he walks up to you and he's like, hey, do you guys want, you know, a free wristband? And you're like, sure, I'll take a free wristband. Why not? You take the free wristband. Say you put that wristband on, by the time you get home, you completely forgot what that wristband was. You didn't look it up. You didn't look up its social media. You didn't follow its social media. You probably wore it that one day and never wore it again. That is what she's getting at. B.Simone is saying that the majority of times when people get something for free, they don't really care that they got it. They don't really care that they have it. Why? Because they don't know what the brand is. They don't know what the brand's message is. They don't know why the brand exists. They don't know anything about the brand, so they don't care about the brand. And so the fact that you stopped me, told me what your brand was about, I liked what your brand is about, that tells me, okay, give me your socials, which is what the little girl should say. Hey, you know, take down my socials. We follow each other and just check it out. You know, because what B.Simone wants the little girl to do is to go like this. B.Simone, hey, you know, I have a brand. My brand is, you know, beautiful black excellence, whatever the case may be. We're selling hats. You know what I mean? I would love if you like supported my brand, you know, maybe gave me a follow or even a shout out on Instagram, something like that. You know what I mean? It would just be a big thing to help me out. And B.Simone would look at that and just be like, you know what? Yeah, I like that. I'm for that. I love young entrepreneurs, and I love, you know, that you're actually wanting to promote such a positive brand for black women. I love that. You know what I mean? That's how she wants that little girl to move forward. Instead of just being like, here's a free hat. You know what I mean? And B.Simone takes the free hat and she's like, okay, cool, thank you. She knows nothing about this hat or what it's about or anything. So she's not going to care about it. So I don't know. I just saw the backlash on that and I thought it was so weird. I'm like, Why would she get so much backlash? I think she gave that little girl such a good piece of wisdom and a good piece of advice, on how to market her brand going further and what to do, And I agree with her. 1,000%. Hey, W to her, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, as well as everything we've gone over today, all the episode or all of the videos and stuff like that, and everything that I talked about. When I know you guys are gonna be mad, opinionated down in the comments, and I appreciate it. I love it. Do your thing. Get down there. Get opinionated in the comments. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you on Thursday. We will be continuing Sweet Venom. So I'm excited for that. So stay tuned till Thursday. Again, I will make announcements every Sunday. Okay, every Sunday we're going to be going live on Instagram around noon to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so we're going to try to go live around that time every Sunday. Watch the Sunday episode a week before it comes out. Watch it live on Instagram. Okay, so check that out. Love you guys. I'll see you on Thursday for our book. Peace.